Every day I wake feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, speak the beats are on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day I wake feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, speak the beats are on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day on the line. Every day.
What's going on, squares everywhere? Beware. This is JJ Fomby Jr. on the Line podcast on this Wednesday in May. What's the deal, y'all?
Oh, yeah. What's happening with y'all out there? We back at it again. You see our face. You know what time it is. And we got some, before we get into that, tell y'all again to hit the subscribe button right there. Also, tap into all the platforms that you see us on. It's the same thing. Roku TV, iPad, Apple TV, all those places down there you can hear our voice and see our face. You know what I mean? And also, too, for the video, please do your homeboys a favor and go over to JJ Fomby YouTube channel and check out our shows over there. Now, let's get to the regular scheduled program. This is On the Line podcast. I'm Junior. We got JJ Fomby. And also, we got a guest coming in. He's been on the show before. We'll get to that. But we got some stuff to chat about. You know, people getting in trouble. And I'm not talking about slaps on the wrist. This is called bang or ball. Which one you want to do? You can't do both. So without further ado, let's go and hit him over the head, Mr. JJ Fomby. Let him know what's happening.
Man, I'm just I want to keep it real. I'm not for play, but for real. So you know, if you're paying attention to any of the social media or the news outlets, a few things that jumped off in the last few hours. One is dealing with the Whites, WHITE, and I'm talking about the last name White of the convicted felon, escaped out of Alabama, deputy or correction officer, Miss White. Man, I don't know, man. Where it went down, you know, it seems to me, you know, in this metaverse or this internet world, you know, clickbait. You see it for a minute, you see the end, you see the beginning, see the end. It's all done in like what, 1.5 minutes or something. It is over. The story's over with.
Story's over with.
You know, that's how people are not really interested in people's lives. That was some stuff that went down where a lady lost her life. Maybe she put herself in that situation. Yes. And for the information that's been put out so far, it looked like she was more gangster than he was. You know, for the end result by her, you know, they showed the weapons they had and so on and so on. And, you know, that she sold her house. So she was all in. She was with the whole full building.
Yeah, she already had her mind made up about, hey, this is what we doing. Never mind what you say. She took all her chips and did this.
Well, I mean, hold up. She put everything on the line, right?
She took all her chips and did just like this.
On the roulette table, baby. She was not playing. Yeah, so you know, for the record, since me and Junior know these things already, you squares everywhere don't know. This is common for a convict. This dude more like an inmate, which is a difference. So inmate do what he's told, and the convict do what he want to do. So anyway, he, you know, got her attention. He tested his Mac and to see if it was cracking. He was popping his peas, and he knocked her. So this happens in institutions where, you know, you can pop at them and, hey, take your shot, man. You can be the winner with the chicken dinner. So this is uncommon. This is all the time. Now, how many you get to walk you out of prison? Yeah, that's like a 1%. I don't know many that had to walk out of prison, but it has happened, and it will continue to happen, be it male
or female
officer or staff, or vice versa, a female convict or female inmate knocking one of the dudes, or probably knocking one of the women to walk them out of there. So this ain't gonna be the last, and this ain't the first. So
what happened is, you know, you catch them at their weakest moment, and that's why they always say
messed up, dog. They got to be the weakest one because they macking is cracking.
they not the woman. They caught them at their weakest moment.
Okay.
At the weakest moment. So you figure any profession, especially if you're a female correction officer, never ever bring home to work and take work to home. Because if you having problems, with the men at your house or your boyfriend, your boo, baby daddy, or whatever, we got people in behind it. We got Cap in there. We tell you all the beautiful things you want to hear. We start seeing you every day, this and that, and it takes one time for you to bring us something, a stick of gum, a candy bar, showing us pictures of your kids.
Hold up. Let's stop. We gonna spit this game right now. Let's get to the dude. Let's get to the people that's going to the institution. Let's go back to bang the ball, right? Let's go to the people that's getting caught up right there by them boys, them alphabet boys.
Oh yeah, man.
Or just to jump out boys, getting caught up in sting operations and cases and so on and so on. That man, man, I see the young dude, man. They had him on TV talking about it. They've been watching him for X amount of time. I mean, come on, homie. Like, really? Like, it's you coming from the streets and you transition from the streets into the entertainment business. Now, hold up. I ain't live a life of a prayer book. So I'm not going, we're just going to use the ones, we're doing a review. Repeat, this is a review of the people who have been getting caught up. And we're not no saints, we're not a prayer book. But we're saying for those who have gotten caught up, for those who have not got caught up, look at these people right here and try not to be one of those people that get caught up. That's all we're saying. That's it. Just trying to, put your antennas up and pay attention. You get where I come from? If you might not be doing nothing, but if you're in the mix of trying to make it crack, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about pop, make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? With the hustle, you might want to check out these other guys that got caught up in the mix, man, and not do the same thing they did.
Well, see, what the problem is, it's a lot of these entertainment cats going down for some street stuff, and as we was told when we was coming up, and everybody was told this before, you can't serve two masters, bang or ball. You can't be a gangster and a hustler. You can't sell, you can't be in the entertainment world doing your entertainment thing, but you still want to keep your ties to the streets. That's not going to work. Either put down the mic and pick up the gun, or put down the gun and pick up the mic, or whatever it is you want to do. And if those out there haven't been paying attention or just kind of slip by you real quick, it's a lot of activity going on in the entertainment world where people are getting them cuffs put on them, and they're about to sit down for a long time. So we're going to bring you the information that we gathered, and we just, as he said, we just speaking on it. We're not saying don't do or do this. We just elaborating on the situation. You just getting our take on what we see. And all this is public information. So, we just speaking on it.
And then we don't have no inside nothing. We just looking at from two former convicted felons, that know how to go when you get gaffed up. He know from the federal side, what I'm saying, him by doing time in the feds and by me doing a lot of time in the state of California, state prison time, dealing with the LA County Sheriffs and Long Beach PD and LAPD. You know where I'm coming from. So we're speaking from that perspective, and we're only reviewing the material that's been given. It's a review, and it's a synopsis of what we see, and we can read into what's being presented if it's authentic or not. You know what I'm saying? To some degree. You know what I'm saying? We are professionals.
So who is first on that list that we gonna
control, run it?
We are here today about a grand jury indictment that was returned that included not just Jeffrey Williams, which is of some notoriety and media attention, but about 28 defendants that operated within our community between the time period of 2012 and 2022. It is our allegation that they operated as a criminal street gang and commenced to do havoc in our community. That havoc includes crimes of violence, crimes of thefts, crimes involving drugs. I've made no secret about it, nor any apology, that as the district attorney of Fulton County, my number one focus is targeting gangs. And there's a reason for that. They are committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all of the violent crime that we are seeing within our community. And so they have to be rooted out of our community. I said just a week or two ago, it does not matter what your notoriety is, what your fame is. If you come to Fulton County, Georgia, and you commit crimes, and certainly if those crimes are in furtherance of a street gang, that you are going to become a target and a focus of this district attorney's office, and we are going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law. I agree with Chief Bryant. What you see yesterday and what you will see in the upcoming months and years is the result of a lot of hard work by both the Atlanta Police Department and this office. We are proud to bring forth this indictment and hopefully to bring justice to a lot of the community who was victimized through the course you see in this indictment. But more importantly, the most important thing that we are here to do is to keep this community safe. And we believe removing these 28 defendants will keep Fulton County safer.
How much did social media, music play a role in bringing this indictment?
Social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors in every indictment we bring nowadays.
Wow. Okay. So hear what the prosecutor said. So let me say something before we go off into a lot of stuff. A lot of times, that's a lot of people, right? 28 people, right?
Yeah. That's damn near football team.
Yeah. So I want to say this. A lot of times when they run these sting all these joint task forces and these kind of raids, a lot of times they get a few people in there that shouldn't be in there. Got where I'm coming from? Because of they saying they know something. A lot of times, if you play the game right, they ain't gonna know they ain't gonna know nothing, but they might be utilized for something, but they didn't know they was being utilized for something illegal. So it might be some people in there that really didn't really get their feet wet like that. You dig where I'm coming from? But since they're guilty by affiliation, and plus they not cooperating with the law, you know what I'm saying, make them guilty. Got where I'm coming from? But they probably feel might not be even guilty at all of doing this right and consciously breaking the law. You understand what I'm coming? So it might be a few people that got caught up in the sauce. You know,
here's the thing about that, and this is how they're gonna weed out who you're talking about. These 28 people, they gonna go through the ringer, each individual, before they figure out who is and who ain't. And by the time they get to that point, I promise you, somebody is gonna be telling. So out of 28 people, they're gonna go each individual one by one and figure out, were you just there unknowingly? You were ignorant to the facts. Once they figure out all the particulars and get down to the base of it, somebody's going to be telling. And then it's going to be more from that. Somebody's going to tell on something else that they had no idea about.
Right. You see, where it come at, this is where it come where, you know, you're sitting in there for months, your rent not being paid or your mortgage not being paid, and you know, this and that, and you know, so it's called shock time. So you put 28 people that ain't been locked up before, or did no long system time, or just don't want to do no time, or and scared of doing time. There's gonna be a chance that they're gonna get to barking. They're gonna get to saying some stuff, and on. So you're gonna find where the real soldiers at up in there. And again, like you say, as the months, as them days and them hours start ticking and ticking, them visits and them phone calls, and
Yeah, and
Well,
the
no
cold
way
part
he
about it is
did.
everybody ain't gonna get bail. The only
Oh,
one that might get bail if it's granted is the ringleader, which is Young Thug. And you would hope he would get bail to get out and get his partners out. And see, here's the thing about the entertainment world.
well,
People will know they just want to be in that situation. All these guys just want to be around him. I'm with Young Thug. I'm with this person. I'm hanging. I'm doing this.
well
But you do,
we're not gonna target him because I don't think he got no bail, no bond. So this happened just not to him. It has happened to others as well. Need to watch you say some of the times. Yeah, you might. Yeah, I got you, Felicia.
very true.
We know that. So a lot of stuff happens like this. Things like this happen to a lot of people in different cities, in different states, where a group of people get caught up and go to jail, and they saying this person is the guy or the girl or whatever. So continue. I just want to make sure we just want to, put the light on him. We're just saying this happens all the time, and our where we grew up at and around and about in different states, they had these kind of arrests happen all the time.
Oh yeah, and you heard what the lady said. The question was, how big did the music and social media play a big part in your case, or something to that nature? And she was like, it plays the biggest. That's 95 point, percent of the
Yes, Felicia.
that is the teammate to snitching.
Yeah,
It is the teammate to snitching. So we gonna get you either way.
you tell on yourself, or
Yes.
somebody gonna tell on you. Right.
Yes.
Right.
And then
Nowadays,
they said they've been watching him or them from, what is it, 2002 or 2012 to, that's about 10 years or so. That's a long time to be building up, that case. So, whew.
Yeah. Well, man. Well, I'll get to, when it get gangster.
Yeah.
what that ghetto boys? What they say when they get gangster, or you gonna run and hide, you gonna stitch and duck and hide. It's that time, man. It's that time. We have people look at it like we clowning. I'm not clowning. We just been in this situation. I've been in, I don't know how many times when I'm caught up. I got to sit in that
the answer to some people who feel like we clowning, there's no need for us to do that. He already did that to himself.
What's funny? Listen, my homegirl is Felicia, right? And I think every time I went to prison, Felicia, she always writes me at night, dog, you back in there again, huh? Many of years she done wrote me out and locked up. I mean, I can't even count. Every time I've been to prison or jail, Felicia been there as a homegirl looking out, asking about these stuff and so on. So yeah, she know I've been in them situations. So that's why I'm like talking the way we talking. So I just don't. It's just for the future coming up, the people in the industry, be in the business or just normal layman's of life. Should hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button on the JJ Fomby YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. Also, we on Digital Soapbox. Go look at some of our old episodes, and we have some new episodes popping up there soon. Share and like. So there's other artists like that, man. So just stay tuned to see what it look like for him, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. He ain't the only one. It look like they sweep. So there's a couple more artists that they got twisted up on the entertainment world. Control, run the next clip.
Casanova.
Yeah. So that's what it is.
Now, see, the first gentleman was state. Now this is federal. Yeah, this one is federal, so that supersedes anything. So you best believe they're going to squeeze the juice out of that cat. It's just sad to see. I'm just going to shed the light on our community, our people. Why do we work so hard to become an athlete, to get, let's just say to go to the pros? no matter what profession it is, why do we work so hard to go to the pros, get there, and then still do bonehead shit to take us back where we came from?
I can't answer that question. I don't know. I'm not able to answer that question.
Somebody in the comments, please explain that to me, because me and we have been seeing this for years, how hard we work to get out the hood, to get to the professional level of whatever we're doing. But some way or somehow, we'll get dragged right back to the trash can and get in trouble, whether it be directly or indirectly. It's just sad, man. You know, it's just terrible.
That indirectly is a mother sucker there, boy.
It is. It is.
When you up here doing it, somebody in the camp do some goofball backward stuff and bring it unwanted attention to the clan, man. And
yeah,
you didn't know what was going on because you too busy, traveling and working, and you didn't know it happens. So, and you had a big clan that you're taking care of, employing people, and then also family members and so on. So yeah, them the doozies right there, man. So
and see, homie, it's like dealing with the feds, bro. I don't care how much money you got. You fighting them, you're fighting a system with limited amount of resources.
Yeah, I got you. United States. I ain't, man.
You're fighting a system with a limited amount of resources, and I look at it like this: we're in 2022, so you get sentenced to 20 years in prison. That's 2042. Imagine saying that.
All right, look here. It's kind of that's time. I got you. Yeah, I don't know. Like I think what it is that, and I could be all the way wrong, when you see a lot of older dudes or older women come out of the institution and they walked off 10, 15, 20, 30 years, they can believe that they can walk off that same amount of time, because I know my uncle and I know my nephew and I know my niece and so on, her dude and her father, they walked off that kind of time. I think I could pull that off too. Ain't necessarily so. For the record, it is not necessarily so that you could be the same person and do the same thing, go walk off a life sentence, go walk off 30 years, or walk off 40 years, or whatever. And man, it's a lot of people that did not make it. Look around, ask somebody in your family that who y'all know that died in prison never made it home.
Even before, look, homie, even before you get to prison, the back and forth court dates, the getting on the bus early in the morning, the blank trips to court, that shit is exhausting, bro.
Mentally.
Mentally and physically. You got to get up early in the morning and put chains on. That stuff is emotionally draining, and you thinking about your family.
What time you gotta get up and want to put the chains on, bro?
Man, look, if you got a court date and your court date is at 9, you're going to be on that bus around 5 o'clock in the morning, because you ain't the only one going to court.
Oh yeah. They wrap you up. You get your breakfast in the bag, or they bring you to the car, and they snap the chains on about 4:35 in the morning.
And here's where it gets wobbly. You already here, snatch the rug from under you, and you go down. That's worse than already being down and just throw you in. You're like, okay, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, make it to the pros and whatever you're trying to do. We're making money, we living, we taking care of our families, this, that, and the third. We doing all this, but now I go to jail, they snatch all that from me. If you can't take the man from the money, then we take the money from the man. Either way it go, you fucked.
Yeah. So
now you got to sit in there.
So control on the next clip or the next photo. Who's the next person that got caught up in the trick? Got themselves caught up. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's man. That's all I gotta say.
Hold on. bow our heads in prayers. What did I just say? 45 years, bro? We talking about federal. So he gonna do about 46 in 6 months. 44 in 6 months, something like that.
Hey, look, I ain't the judge didn't tell me nothing when they gave me that life sentence, right? I ain't asked no question. You know what the old schools told me? You know, I was walking up in there like, man, you don't say how they gave you life today. I said, yeah. He said, man. I said, I just shook my head. And, you know, older dudes was in the tank and stuff. I was like, man. Well, dude looked at me. He said, man, all you got to do is just do it. You might can make it. He said, just do it. You might can make it.
Listen, man, there's no one on earth that's mentally prepared to spend that amount of time of their life being in a controlled environment. And half the people who get that time ain't even been on earth that long. So you got to think like somebody need to these dudes. Okay, I understand what you into, but before you go any further, if you get caught, this is what you're looking at. People don't know. They don't know what's the severity. They just think, oh yeah, man, you know this. No, if you knew exactly what you were going to get if you got caught, I guarantee you'll just. I mean, it's just horrible, man. I mean, 45 years.
Hey, listen,
wow.
let's hope that a change in the law, or you know, they say this. You know, they always said they couldn't help me. They said we put it in the Lord's hands, and the Lord make a move. It can happen, you know, but.
Honestly, late for that, bro. Why would the Lord help you and he already helped you to get to where you wanted to go in your professional field? Why would he help you get out of that?
Well, we working on mercy and grace right there. So we ain't for to go preacher, pastor, deacon on here right now, nobody. Because we live the thug life, dog. So, you know, hey, we didn't do it like this, but we know about incarceration and being ignorant to a lot of stuff and not giving a damn. So I just don't feel like I'm gonna smash him down about it because you know what it is.
Man,
what it is.
I mean, you know, we not beating them up, but I mean, come on, man.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. So we got yeah. Oh, Freddie Watt right there, man.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, situation there. So all you artists, all you actors, comedians, your dancers, you know, whatever y'all professional athletes, or just the normal or everyday citizens, man.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? Watch what you're doing. Watch who you hanging out with. Watch what you're talking about. You got where I come from. Everything ain't the metaverse, baby.
And don't forget to mention. Please be careful what you post and say on social media.
Yeah, don't do it for the internet. Don't do it for the gram.
No, don't do it for them because they will fail you.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, and my prayer go to them, man. Good luck in y'all journey, man. Y'all may the force be with y'all, man.
Well, it's the force that got them, you know. And again, when you're dealing with the system, you know, whether it be state or federal, their entire mission is to destroy you by all means necessary. And the cold part about it is you already have establishment as being a rapper or entertainer, so they really gonna make an example out of you.
Oh yeah. You gonna get them. They finna test your gangster. That's what they is gonna do. That's what's gonna do. And you know, the part about it, I never could see it, man. And like I say, I'm not gonna be on no, you know, bashing nobody type get down. But I'm speaking for me personally. I didn't know. I just realized, you know, the amount of damage I did to my family. You know, being moms and pops and not being around, and my aunties, uncles, and my little cousins, and so on and so on. not being around mentally kind of, messed them up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Yep.
So I didn't know that kind of damage. They wasn't used to me. They were used to me being gone. I'm dealing with that today. They so used to me being gone that you know what I'm saying. They ain't used to me being around. They used to be because that call from me. You know what I'm saying? And shooting the email on the package. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or they're gonna dump me a couple of dollars when I go to the canteen. You feel where I'm coming from? Or they coming up to visits. So it's life didn't change for me where you ain't got to come visit me. You understand? That you to my house where I live at, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that,
and see, it's crazy that you say that because when you go to prison at a certain age, we're not talking about youth camp or YA because you're not doing nothing at that age to contribute to life or your family. But when you go at a decent age, 17, 18, you have kids, you don't realize, like you said, the damage you're doing to your family. You don't know if your mom or dad or whoever, grandma gonna pass away. You lose a lot and you hurt a lot of people, especially if you was a provider. You know what I mean? Especially if you had people looking up to you.
right.
It's nothing worse than your mom at church or work or your kids at school and they looking like, what's going on? Everybody looking at them like, yeah, the police just came and arrested your father in front of the community. That's some embarrassing shit, man. Let me tell you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say this because I got a homeboy. I got a couple of homeboys. I can't even say it. I ain't bring it up, but yeah, if you got them, some people got them kind of parents that they go to jail too. So it ain't no big thing to some parents, you know what I'm saying? And then there's some parents that never been in jail, never lived that life, and then here the police come knocking on their door, and they never had no involvement or contact with the police in their life, but they had to knock at the door or surrounding the house with the helicopter, with the SWAT team,
Yeah, that's
with the mask, with the shield,
yeah.
looking for you. You understand where I'm coming from? Or the church folks saying, I was just in the post office and I seen a picture of JJ up in there. It's calling sister so and deacon so and so and passing the word around. I got a picture of JJ in the post office.
Hey, you know what's crazy, man? What you just said about when they bust down in the door, whoever in the house getting laid down, young, older, and different. They laying babies down, grandma, grandpa. That's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah. And it could be a confusion because they're not used to running around, laying down on the ground, and somebody invade their home while they in the house.
Yes.
They don't know how to respond to that, and can mess around and get killed. You know what I'm saying?
They snatching people up they snatching people up out the shower, no chance to get clothes on. They don't care.
Yeah. So man, you gotta be conscious of what y'all doing, man. And I mean, listen, keeping it real, I know it's cops and robbers. You got what I'm saying? That's what it's like the gingerbread man, catch me if you can. It's cops and robbers. What do you mean by that? That's what the square folks saying. Square folks, and when you're out in the game and in the streets, it is what it is and how it is, man. Catch me if you can, Jeremy. When you breaking laws, we out there. When we was running around hitting licks, we ain't give a damn about none of that. We didn't care about the police. Ain't about no damn police. I need to get my money. You said
we was young. Well, I was young and dumb. I didn't know nothing about nothing.
Yeah. Now we on some getting old and learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you, hey, y'all need to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what you going through. Because it's hard to talk to somebody and tell them, hey, look, hey, stop doing what you're doing. But you ain't not giving them no job where they can, pay their mortgage or pay their rent or pay their car note. You understand me? That's what most of the folks I know. I was out because I needed money to pay rent and pay for me a whip and put money in my pocket. You understand?
See, that's the difference between old school hustling and today's hustling. We was really lining our pockets. Today is just clout. Look at me. I'm here. I'm the one who did that. That's why you have all this fucking goofball shit going on. People jumping on stage, trying to hurt motherfuckers, and they ain't doing it for the money. This shit is just to be, hey, and then be seen, aren't you the dude who, that's what it's about. It's
Oh,
not about
yeah,
lining
yeah.
your pockets no more.
Well,
This shit is yeah.
For the records, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that share. We're on all streaming platforms. We just want to let y'all know, hit that subscribe button up there. Hit that subscribe button for the show. Hit that share, hit that like. I don't know where Alex at. Did Alex pull up on us yet? Oh, yeah, and all them streaming platforms we are available on. I just want to reiterate that. I don't know where Alex at. Did he pop in yet or not? But if he is available, we need to bring him in. What's the next, Troy? What's the next topic? Next victim.
Oh yeah, that guy.
This is a review. Repeat, this is a review of, what's his name?
Young Chopper, who used to be with Making the Band. He was in the Making the Band. Sex trafficking indictment.
Whew. Whew.
And guess how he got caught? On the internet. Making a deal on the internet.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. We ain't getting caught up on no internet. We got, the popping thing they had. Like the most popular thing was similarities to the internet in the field that we was involved was, the closed circuit camera. But the number one thing was, and those cameras wasn't that great then. The number the number one thing was marked money.
Yes. Yep.
Game with the marked money.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like marked money. Got one coming from? That's what the internet is like. It's
they still do that?
Huh?
They still do that?
With the marked money?
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't in that field no more. But hey, look, the trick don't never go bad. You feel me? It was there was one there before I got caught up. We got caught up. That marked money was still going. That play had been used hundreds of thousands of times.
Yeah, and it works every time. That's never a failed plan. But this guy, Young Chopper, again, if you just tuning in, this is a man who was on Making the Band 15 years ago. He was getting his rap career started. After Making the Band, had a good little stint here and there. But I guess he either wanted some more side money or wasn't working out for him. And this dude decides to do sex trafficking over the internet, where he offered, I don't know the dollar amount, but once you offer money, that's how they get you. And he wanted to send somebody somewhere. You can go look up the story, but sex trafficking is like, come on, bro. Really?
Oh yeah,
that's not being pimpish. That's not putting them on a stroll. That's not doing none of that old school talk there. That's just plain out just raggedy, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, well, hey. Yeah, I call it human trafficking out here in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's low key on some slavery stuff. So yeah.
And you don't even have to put human or sex in front of the trafficking. Any type of trafficking is bad once you get caught. But on the internet, bro, really? Chopper, if you're hearing this through some form of way you can hear it, sex trafficking, man, really? Is that the game? Really? Come on, man. You're smarter than that, bro.
All right, it go Deacon Jr. speaking, y'all. Control, we got any more footage?
Nah, man. That's it for the sweep of entertainment people going to jail. And everybody we ran over was or still is in the entertainment field as a rapper or a singer, and it's just overall, Fomby homie, what would be your of thinking of this? What would be the end of you saying, okay, I took a look at all these cases. Now you got the gavel in your hand. What would be your judgment?
You gonna make me a judge in this whole thing?
Yeah. You got the gavel. You got the gavel.
Nah, I mean, look, just being honestly, man, if they bust you, honestly, I cracked you because I was like, if you call me dead bang committing a crime, you got me dead bang, dog. You got me. I ain't I'm going for the deal off the dribble. Well, I mean, not to turn on nobody and nothing like that. It's just, hey, look, you bust me. Let me go and grab that. Whatever y'all got what you got, the 10, the 15. Let me grab that and get on out here, do my thing. You feel me? Going back to the yard to walk it off. Feel what I'm saying? So in this case, man, you gotta understand. I don't know what them dudes was in their mental. I don't know what they was doing for fame or money, but I can't imagine it doing it for some fame. I'm not even in that ballpark. I'm looking at that's part of the hustle, the grit and the grind right there in the hustle. So if I'm only going to address it as though they was doing it to get their money, you know what I'm saying, get their paper right. You know where I'm coming from? Man, it happens, man. Everything don't work out like you thought it would work out. You understand me? Sometimes them thoughts in your head don't need to be acted out. They need to stay in your head.
Time out. Thank you, Mr. James McDonald. Thank you for tapping in. He just tapped in with us real quick. Thank you, James McDonald. We'll be rapping with you in a minute.
Oh, I didn't see.
But he tapped in with us real quick. That's that. I mean, you think it's a mental thing, bro?
I mean, listen, man. I mean, shit happened, bro. I'm just saying that some people might be doing it for fame. I don't know. I never did stuff like that for fame. So
that's what I'm saying.
I'm doing it for the bread. I was doing my crime for the bread. I needed Daytonas. I needed 100 spokes. I need a cut dog. I need a Britney apartment. I got a lady. You understand me? I was banging in. I was robbing. I was banging in, and you know I wasn't balling, but I was living, surviving in the streets. So
I think everything now is
my money. You understand me? That's all I was doing. And then as time went over, everybody else talking about me like I'm a third person. Oh, that was me. You know, when you listen to me, a lot of these individuals talk that talk, we don't walk that walk, ain't never been in them situations or predicaments. They just mouthing off at the thing, right? So, like, you know, there's people that see you and recognize you know where you from, been on the yard with you and so and so. I got people the same thing to look at this show. It might not great big show or nothing, but I got a lot of dudes from my neighborhood and other neighborhood that's around that people from, you know what I'm saying, that say, dog, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man. You said right there. You know, they agree with what I'm saying. So a lot of people ain't cut out for institution life, homie. Period.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They sitting in their house looking at all their car, all their tablet at work, looking at us right now, or will look at us later on and then hit the thing and come check us out. They ain't really experienced this life, man, where they got the red eviction notice and the marshals at the door and they changing the lock and your mama at work and daddy at work, they know they kicked you out and the people that see the red stop on your door, they like they done got evicted. You understand me? You stand out, you got the piss, shit, you hungry, you got to break up in the house. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's you know what though, man? It's just about, I think, and trust me, bro, I felt this way. When they released me, and and I'm gonna tell you the truth, now I had to catch the bus. It wasn't no Uber when I got out. Wasn't none of that in 2003. Wasn't no Uber. So I was hitching rides. People say they gonna come get you, never show up. You gotta be somewhere at 12. They come at 12. It's like it was tough. And all I can think about was, years ago, man, I was this guy. I was that guy. It was so hard for me to let that go into reality. I wouldn't do nothing wrong because I was trying to prove to myself that I shouldn't be walking. I shouldn't be catching the bus. I had 3 and 4 cars. I had this, I had that, but I really had to sit down at the bus stop and watch all this stuff go by at night. Bro, let it go, start from scratch. And what I'm getting to is I accept, okay, I'm going to have to find a job. I have no more hustle in me like that. I have to find a job. There's nothing wrong with having a job, whether you are ex-athlete, ex-rapper. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Because when you get caught up, I used to be this, that is going to be your downfall.
Well,
everything that was done for a publicity stunt. Everything is done to keep the image. Fuck your image.
Wow, that's vicious right there. Let me say this right quick, then we're going to wrap it up. because Alex ain't he's somewhere in the jacuzzi some damn where. My thing is this. See, we shouldn't have been talking about and go get a job. Now, you know, some of these dudes don't have no skills, or some of these girls, men and women don't got no skills. So they just can't do a regular job. They got to get trained to do certain stuff. So in the time of getting a job or looking for a job, you still got to pay sleep somewhere. You still got to buy gas. You see what I'm coming? That's where the problem is right there. Looking for a job in between time where all the funk go down and the master plans get made up. You understand where I'm coming from? That's where it go down right there. So tell somebody go get a job, man. You gotta plug me somewhere that's gonna understand my circumstance and my situation. You know where I'm coming from? That's the part we need to be talking about. That in between time of getting a job, you can find a job if you ain't smoking weed. You can find a job. It might not be the job that you want. Let's clear it up. You understand what I'm saying? That means if you don't want to do a job you don't want, you need to make your business or that you do want to do, or get you some kind of trade where a trade is still popping. All right, now, man, a lot of stuff that we used to do to make money back and hustle is no longer here no more. And you're old.
Nope.
So you know where I'm coming from? So a lot of people don't know how to hustle, but only hustle one way. You understand where I'm coming from? And they trap psychology in their hustle game. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's the end of the show. I'll get you back on the next part. Relly's Kitchens.
Relly's Kitchen, food for comfort, homemade everything. West Coast Diners, if you ain't riding like that, you ain't riding right.
What about that tequila?
Oh, yeah, yeah, we gonna get back to that. We got good big news about somebody that's really close in our camp, but we'll tap in with y'all later. So once again, this is Junior JJ Fomby. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. All the comments, appreciate you, and we will be back once again. Hit that subscribe button right there, right here. Catch us on all these platforms and shit. Catch us on the next rebound. We out.
Every day quick feel like my life on the line. Jungle in these streets, speak the beats are on the line. Hustle to increase, put it all on the line. House to spouse, family freedom, walking yards on the line. Every day 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 on the line.